Hi, welcome back. This is part two where I just do some analysis on some of the contracts that I trade. Just remember this is all futures based.
So before I do that, just the legend so you know exactly what's there. So the black numbers are going to be support and resistance levels based on trend lines. Pink numbers are going to be breakout levels. And claret numbers, they're just going to be horizontal levels where I've identified support or resistance, generally based on double or triple tops or bottoms.
Okay, so as we can see here, the stocks came off last week. They sort of consolidated, I suppose, more than anything else after the previous week's sell-off. But I've got resistance now at 23.81 on the Dow. I've got support at 23.39, so we should expect a breakout of those levels pretty quick this week. I've added the Fibonacci levels on there, so if the market does continue to break on the downside, we can start to see where the support will come in. And I think that 23.08 is going to be quite a sort of a major support level to start with. Again, just look how Fibonacci works, even sort of when you sort of look at it sort of backwards. You know, we couldn't have put the fib levels on when the market was finding support at these levels that, you know, we can see on this at the moment. Just to give you an idea, so here's the 23.08 level. You know, we had to sort of get to the lowest point down here and the highest point up here, and yet, you know, when we put that on, so remember we couldn't put these levels on until we hit this peak here. We found this, look at this, for the, you know, the sort of the 382 line, one support level and another two support levels there. And yet you wouldn't have known them because that wasn't possible to put this line on until we'd reached this high, which come much later, of course. So it just goes to show how these levels do work. And even down here at the golden ratio, which is the most important one for me, you know, this is where the rally sort of built up from. It sort of, you know, had a small rally, consolidated, and then took off again. So, you know, it does show how relevant that they are. Okay, so here's the S&P. I've got support. The support is only based on 2 rather than 3 points, so just be a little bit more cautious. But I've got support at 51.96, and then resistance I've got at 53.07. Again, I've put the fib levels on because if the, you know, stocks do tend to sort of have a bit more of a sell-off this week. You know, you may have to wait till NFP on Friday to really get sort of the direction, but they're here waiting. Okay, the same with the Nasdaq. So as I say, the Nasdaq almost sort of pretty much finished up with a doji, not quite, but very close. So just be a little bit cautious at the opening. But I've got resistance at 18.911. Supports way down at 17.989, which is a support level, but it's also a breakout level. So if it does break that, then I'm expecting the market to go lower, test the golden ratio, and then of course it's going to be a challenge to see whether that can hold or not. Not too much. You know, the dollar sort of struggled this week. So pound and euro and other currencies sort of benefited from that a little bit. But I've got resistance on the pound against the dollar at 128.09 with support at 126.46. The euro against the dollar, I've got resistance at 109.06 and I've got support at 107.97. And as I say, you know, for me it's a bit more dollar weakness than it is anything else. Now the euro is likely to have a bit of a move this week because there's quite a strong expectation that the ECB will cut rates on Thursday, and then it's sort of what they say about, you know, going forward. Obviously it's data driven at the moment, but you know, just be cautious if you're trading the euro against the dollar. Okay, so Bitcoin hasn't quite got back above 70,000. It did briefly this week, but it's consolidating. So I've got resistance at 73,655, also 69,725, and support at 66,962. Moving on to gold, again more consolidation really. Here I've got resistance at 23.82 and support at 23.41. If it does break on the downside, I think if it gets through this 23.06 level, then you know I'm expecting a bit more of a sell-off. And then I've got support at 22.64. Always remember these are just my views and what I see on the chart. You have to make your own mind up. Okay, and then finally oil. So oil tried to rally up till Tuesday, but then just really struggled. And of course, for the rest of the week, it sort of came off. We've got OPEC meeting today, which is Sunday when I'm recording this. So, you know, this may sort of impact oil prices when the market reopens. Here I've got resistance at 83.63, also at 80.79, and support at 76.11. And you know, the market is pretty much ranging, as you can see, and it has been for some time now. It's just a matter if you can get those moves right. So anyways, another couple of slides to come, but very best of luck with your trading this week.
So, just a little heads up on my services. So I offer a daily newsletter. That includes global news, headlines, my views. That's a subscription service. I also offer one-day workshops. You know, this helps you to discover if trading could be your next career or maybe just a secondary income. But you know, the one thing is, because I offer a variety of them, is I can also just fill in any gaps that you may have with your current trading, or you know, whether it's macro or actual trading skills. And then I offer a 1 week intensive course. You know, that's going to make you feel confident and competent after just 1 week. And you know, that's going to basically give you the foundations on which to build your trading career. You know, I'm going to help you find that inner trader, and that also now includes a free trading challenge. And then there's my Flexi Masterclass. That's 6 weeks of guided learning, but you can spread them out. You don't have to take them all at once, and that does help to accelerate the learning curve. And that's designed to provide you with all the knowledge and trading tools that you're going to need to navigate these markets, you know, and any asset class, you know, whether it's financial, commodity, digital, I'm involved in them all. And as I say, the weeks can be spread out there, and that also includes a free trading challenge. Trader mentoring, so you know, maybe you've already got some experience but you're looking to get to that next level and you're struggling to do that. I offer mentoring by the hour, by the day, or a monthly subscription. It's entirely up to you, but you know, I just want to help you guys to reach that next level time and again. And of course, I provide lots of trader educational content, not just to individuals but also to exchanges and brokers. And if you're looking for that funded trading account, you know, so you don't have to risk your capital, then contact me for details. I've got 2 good ones that I use. Okay, so finally, as usual, just ending with a disclaimer. So, you know, if you're already involved in, you'll know this. If not, then please take serious note of this, that trading does involve the risk of loss of capital and it's not suitable for everyone. However, I do hope it is for you. And now, because there's leverage involved from many companies, just be careful because you can lose substantially more than that initial investment. You know, the regulators are a bit more on top of that these days, but, you know, even so, just be a bit cautious. Everything that I include in these just purely for educational purposes. I'm not trying to encourage you to trade or invest. That must be your decision. And of course, before you make that decision, you've got to consider the risks involved. And that includes your financial situation, definitely your level of experience, definitely your risk appetite, and of course, only risk capital you're prepared, but more importantly, that you can afford to lose. And if you've got any doubts whatsoever, you know, first of all, think twice before you do it. Speak to a financial advisor. And do that before you risk your capital. You know, I have so many people come to me because they've lost money. I'd rather they come to me and learn how to do it and not lost the money in the first place, because that's just a waste of their savings. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed these, and you know, I'll be doing these on a weekly basis, so I'm going to post the links in places so that you can get to them. My new website will be finished soon, but in the meantime, you can reach me at the email address below on all the slides, which is chrisjtubby55@gmail.com. And all I can say is I wish you a wonderful week. Best of luck with your trading, and hope to see you again next weekend. Bye for now.